Well, hello again everyone. We're just leaving the Welsh cottage and we're on our way to our next campsite on the Gower. And that is the Buzzards Rest Caravan and Motorhome Club CL. Right, well, we've arrived at the Buzzard Rest CL and I'm gonna pitch the awning. I'm gonna set the van up, pitch the awning and lower the stays because we're here for 3 nights. Pretty windy, as you can see by the way the camera's getting blown about on the tripod. Well, there we are, all set up. I think it might be time now for a sandwich. Meanwhile, Nikki has been carrying on with her drawing. This is the Buzzards Rest CL and we're all nicely set up, but I'm going to go for a bit of a walk while Nikki carries on with her drawing, see what I can find. Well, this first part of where I've decided to walk is pretty grim because it's a narrow road and there's nowhere to get out of the way of the cars. This I think is our path. What a relief. Now, I thought I might try and find Paviland Cave, otherwise known as Goat's Hole. I kind of know where it is, but you have to go at low tide. I think I'm going to be a little bit late for low tide, but we might be able to get across to it. We'll see how we get on. The cave is the site of discovery of the Red Lady of Paviland in 1823 by the Reverend William Buckland. While he was digging about in the cave doing his archaeological stuff, he found a skeleton which he believed was a woman from Roman times. Yeah, it's odd. I thought this would be a popular spot, but the path down here is really quite overgrown. Well, that's where I'm headed, down there. Wow, look at that. That is Foxhole Slade. Now, more modern testing on the skeleton of the Red Lady of Paviland have shown that it was in fact a man around 21 years old who probably lived around 31,000 BC. So a pretty long time ago, really. I've actually found a little cave on the way down. Let's have a bit of a look. No, that one doesn't really go very far. It did have some impressively sized spider egg sacs hanging from the roof though. Well, I just met a lad. He said the tide hadn't dropped low enough to get in the cave from the beach, so he's abandoned his attempts to get to it. But there is a traverse along the other edge that I might just see how desperate that is. You can see it's quite well worn. It follows down there and then you get into this sort of rocky gutter. I'll have a look. Now, I'm afraid this way is not for me. I'm not as brave as I used to be, and going down is not so great. I'm on my own, and it'll probably be a good few hours before Nikki raised the alarm if anything happened. So I'm going to backtrack and see if I can make my way down that gully. Well, I made it down this first bit. Just got to head down there where all that foamy stuff is. Oh man, that is some horrible looking foamy stuff. I'm going to climb up over these rocks to the side. God, this foam is some slippery stuff. It's like someone's coated the rocks with fairy liquid. Oh, I've just come through that lot. Sorry I didn't film too much of it, but it was necessary to use all 3 hands and all 4 feet to get through there. Yeah, from what I believe, I think that's the little climb up to the cave, or where it starts from there. So yeah, I think our man was right. The tide is a bit too far in to attempt that. Well, it was a shame not to be able to get into the cave, but it's an absolutely gorgeous spot to come down to anyway. And absolutely no one else down here but me. Oh well, better climb back up, I suppose. Well, there we go, that was a bit of a failure. I did go and have another look at that traverse, but it's this bit here. Doesn't look stupidly steep on camera, but believe me, that is very steep. And I did start to descend it, and it is very, very slippery as well. So I think if I was in a group, it would present no problem. But because I'm on my own, I think discretion is the better part of valour there. And maybe we'll get to see Paviland Cave another day. Anyhow, Nikki must be wondering where I am, so I'm going to head back to the van, and it's basically retracing the route I came. I'll tell you what, folks, I don't think we covered many miles on that walk, but I am absolutely covered in sweat. I think certainly had a bit of a workout doing that. Oh well, back to the van, see if there's something to have for dinner. Oh well, Nikki's cooked me some pork and apple sausages and some vegetables. Yes, pork and apple there.
I didn't know that.
Very nice. I like a pork and apple sausage. morning, folks. Well, today I think we might get our bikes and cycle down to Rhossili Beach. Well, it actually rained quite hard last night, so we moved the bikes into the awning to keep them dry because we don't want any more water damage. But I'm going to get them out now and pump the tyres up a bit because they're a little bit soft, and then we'll be ready for our bike ride. And as you can see, it is still very windy. Now, it's not very far to Rhossili Beach from the campsite, probably about 3 or 4 miles. We'll park the bikes and we'll go and have a look round. We've decided to walk out onto the cliff tops to have a look at the Worm's Head. Well, I did find this small cave, but it doesn't smell very nice, and it's got some old suspicious looking rubbish in it. Good view from up here though. So you can see the Worm's Head now. It's a sort of peninsula that sticks out at the end of the cliffs there, and you can walk out onto it when the tide is low. Unfortunately, we've badly timed this again and the tide is in, so I think it's going to be cut off and we're not going to be able to walk out to it, but very nice to come and have a look at it anyway. Let's have a walk as far as we can go, right down to the sea. We sat down here quite some time just watching the waves. But soon it was time to move on again. all along the cliff top there were a series of spectacular views to enjoy. What an absolutely marvellous spot. Thoroughly recommend a visit here. Looks like the seagull's favourite spot. On the way back, it started to rain again a little bit.
Is there anybody there? I can't actually see a thing.
Back to the bikes and back to the van. That's a good bit of exercise. Definitely time to get the kettle on again. And maybe some lunch. Although it's nearly 3 o'clock. Well, Nikki wanted beans on toast, but when she opened the beans, it had little sausages in it, what she doesn't like. So I have got beans and little sausages on toast for my lunch, which I do quite like. I reckon the old fresh air got to me a bit as well, so I sit in the awning for a while with me brew and read me book. While Nikki carries on with her drawing in the van. Well, that didn't last too long. We're off again on the bikes to Port Eynon. And an evening meal of scampi and chips. And a bit of a walk on the beach. Nice on the beach, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Did you trip over?
Might do.
Well, Nikki's looking after me boots. I'm going to go and have a quick cheeky paddle. It's not actually that cold, it's quite pleasantly warm seawater. Nikki's missing out, she's right over there somewhere. Might have got me trousers a bit wet though.
Hey guys, this is Alex's version of Baywatch. I'm not sure it'll be a long-term thing, but hey, there he is.
Hey, old beach gets a bit more rocky up this end. Good area for hunting in rock pools this end, I should imagine. Yeah, what a lot of winkles, look. Right, that's about it for our little stroll on the beach, I reckon. We're going to head back and find the bikes.
And then head back.
Yeah, we'll head back to find the bikes, then head back to the campsite.
And find your H on the way.
What?
Find your H on the way. Ed, not head.
Me H? Yeah, we'll head over there first. Pretty little house. Oh, this bike is much better up these steep hills with the new motor on it. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. Give the like button a press. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more.